Yes, guys, welcome back. Welcome to my channel, Infinite Knowledge, and I'm gonna be sharing with you some knowledge that I've harnessed over the years. So, in today's topic, we're gonna be talking about the seed. Now, what do I mean by the seed? Essentially, what I'm talking about is that everything that you do, everything that happens in life, yeah, everything starts with a beginning. Everything that grows, anything you want to chase, whether it's business, knowledge, developing yourself when talking to women, or if you're a girl talking to guys, anything, learning, skills, everything starts from the beginning. Everything starts off as just a small little seed. And I feel like in today's age, people are seeing people flexing with Lambos, flexing cars, money, and they're getting stressed out and they don't believe in themselves. They think that someone's doing something massive, someone's doing something so big, and they think that they can't do things. But I'm here to tell you guys that you can do anything. You just have to be willing to accept that's going to start off as a seed. You're going to start off small, and you just have to slowly build your way up to things. And that's just the process of life. Because the more I think about it, when you look through life here, nothing ever comes out quick. You just look at nature, for example, a tree, even the massive oak trees that you see in the park, you see anything, a plant, it starts off small. It starts off as a seed. It establishes its roots, it gets stability, and then it proceeds to grow. And the second thing is that it's been doing that for years on years, which is another thing I want to talk about when I'm discussing about the seed. But it goes with everything to say, same with children. When you was born, you started off small. You started off in the womb, receiving nutrients. You started off as a small little embryo, and then you turn into a full-fledged adult. So, guys, you have to understand that everything starts off small. Even when we look through business, you just look at life in general. When you look around you, you look at everything in life. You look at my room, you look at the camera I'm recording on, you look at the robe that I'm wearing, you look at the laptop that I'm using, the headset that I've got on. What you have to realize is everything before it existed in this 3D world, before it was actually made into the material, what did it start off with? It was an idea. So now we're even talking about the seed, we're going beyond the seed. Before everything starts off small, it starts off in your head. It starts off as an idea. And that's something people need to realize. We live in a mental world. If you read the Kabbalion, you know the world is mental. Everything's mental. You want to do great things, it starts off with your mental. You want to be great, you have to think that you're great. You want to be rich, you have to think that you're rich. You want to be good with women, you have to think that you're good with women. Someone who doesn't have the right idea is not going to achieve greatness. So firstly, this is the first key point I'm making, is before the seed, even before the seed is the idea. You plant it in your mind. You plant it in the subconscious mind. That is where you plant your seed, guys. So you need to make sure you look after that. You need to look after your seed. If you're planting the seed in your mind, does that not mean you have to look after your mind itself? So make sure you tell yourself positive things. Make sure you believe in yourself. Make sure you know what's going on, fam. Stay away from pessimistic people, straight up. Like, I can't, me personally, since I started getting on this spiritual wave, I can't be around people who chat shit. I mean, I never liked them anyway, but you really stay away from negative people. If they're in your family, oh my days, you need to remove them. Especially, that's even worse when it's family members. That's so bad. But negativity needs to be removed. If you're going to plant the seed in your mind and you want to grow it well, you need to look after your mind. You need to think positive thoughts. You need to believe. You need to be around people who are going to affirm, reinforce, and push you to do greater. That's why they tell you are the sum of the 5 people around you. So guys, make sure you grow your seed in the right environment. Because if you plant a tomato seed in a field which is meant for potatoes or whatever, them phosphorus and nitrates and stuff, if you're not giving it the right nutrients, it's not going to grow well. You're going to end up with some deformed looking fruit. So just make sure you grow in the right thing. Second point, I think I kind of touched on this already, but as I said at the start, guys, anyone great, they wasn't born a pro, okay? Ronaldo wasn't just Ronaldo. Ronaldo wasn't just Ronaldo, guys. At some point, he was a nobody, and he wasn't that good at football. The same thing goes to the hench guys you see in the gym who spent years working. They didn't just come out super hench. Yes, some people are genetically blessed, but he didn't come out super hench. He spent years in the gym. He spent years refining his technique. Same thing goes for myself. Like, I don't think I'm crazy hench, but like, I like my body. But I spent a couple of years going in the gym. I refined my technique. I know how I like to work out, how I like to push myself. So that's what you have to do, guys. You have to just remember, guys, no matter who you see who's great, they spent years working there, okay? They didn't just start off with some head start in most cases. In some cases, some people do have a head start in things, but I'm talking about the general population here. Most people do not just start off with that head start. So that's something we need to keep in mind. Thirdly, let me talk about some business. When you see a business scale up, as I said, I'm trying to reinforce that everything starts off with a small beginning, yeah? When a business starts, they don't start off doing global, international business. Where do they start? They start off with someone selling out their room. They start with someone who's doing shipping and packaging from their room. They start off local. They set up a little stall in their market and they start off local. They get their name out there in the local. Then what happens? As they grow up from the local, they then move to national. Now they're shipping nationally. Let's say you're in the UK. First, you start off in your hometown. You get your name out. Then you move to national. You move to serving to the whole of the UK. Then after you serve to the whole of the UK and your profits increased, you move to international. Guys, everything starts from the small. It starts from the seed. This is life. Like life has set rules. And if you actually take some time to think about it and look, you'll see that nothing's changing, that's another talk I want to do. But if you really look at shit, yeah, you'll realize nothing's changing out here, guys. It's all the same. Everyone's the fucking same, guys. And some people think they're different. Like, even with me, at one point when I was getting into spirituality, for a little bit, I thought I was like, I'm cool for knowing spirituality. I'm not cooler than anyone for knowing shit. We're all the same. And that's the next thing I want to say, guys. When you start off with the seed, if you're doing business and you meet other people you think are better than you, they're not better than you. They've just been doing it longer than you. That's it. And you can reach their level if you want to put in the same amount of time and craft. So whenever you meet someone who's better than you, no one's better than you. No one's better and no one's worse. We're all the same. But when you meet someone better than you, don't put them on a pedestal ever. Which is another talk I'm going to do, guys. But don't put, that's other social stuff. But don't put people on a pedestal just because they appear better than you. Because what you got to realize is they're humans. He's just been doing it longer than you. He's just had a head start on you. He or she. And also, when you put people on a pedestal like that, they won't respect you. So whatever you wanted to gain from that person, when you put them on a pedestal subconsciously, they're not going to like you as much. So these are some things you need to keep in mind. The final point I had to say was as well that is, I don't know what people believe in. Here at Infinite Knowledge, I've kind of got a mixture of beliefs. Like, I do believe in God. I believe in the higher power, but it's hard to explain. I believe in the universe. What I'm going to say though is that God doesn't give you more than you can handle, guys. When you start off with the seed, it's done on purpose because you can't skip and start off at the big end of things because you don't have a base, you don't have an understanding. If you start business, I think it's highly unlikely that it is likely anything can happen, guys, to be honest. But someone who starts a business in the first 2 weeks, they're not going to be selling globally and doing international shipping. As I said, they're going to start off local and national. It works out that way so that you have a base, so that you can take the challenge and run with it, but not be overwhelmed. If you just start off on a massive end, you get overwhelmed, you lose your confidence, you won't do things. This is why everything starts off as the seed, so that you can get the right base, you can get the right understanding, and you can develop and be challenged in a healthy way. So guys, just trust that the universe has got you. He's not gonna, it's not going to give you more than you can handle. And the way I like to think about it is, if you look at a pyramid, it starts off with the base. If you want to reach the top, there has to be a base. You start off with the seed, you start off with the base, you start off with the roots. Without a good base, your tower's gonna crumble if you don't have a good base, guys. So this is why everything starts so small. You start off small, you gain the correct understanding. Next thing people need to realize this is, look at life. Can anyone here tell me anytime something good has come for them quick? My personal experience here, I tried to get quick money. I was paranoid. I was fucking paranoid, fam. I was working with people I didn't trust, trying to get quick money. What the fuck? And the money I made wasn't even, the money I made from doing that wasn't even, like, I wasn't doing crazy scams, guys, but the money I made from that it wasn't crazy considering it actually affected my peace of mind. I can't name one time or any experience I've had in life where something good has come quick. I play football. I've gotten decent at football. It took me years to come to a correct understanding of how to play football. When I used to play games like FIFA, I remember when I first started with FIFA, yeah, I don't play PlayStation anymore, but before I got good at FIFA, when I first caught that game, I thought I'd be sick because I played football. I was getting shitted on, guys. I was getting angry. I was trying to smash shit in my room. I was getting, I was getting so angry playing FIFA simply because I thought it'd come quick. I thought I'll just get good at the game quickly. That's not how things work. You start off shit and you learn. I got good at FIFA after playing it for a couple of years. Same thing with any game. Same thing with anything that I've done in my life. Football, playing an instrument, learning how to make music. It all started off with me being shit. And people need to understand this, guys. You don't become good at things quickly. And anything in life which comes to you quick, life teaches you that when things come to you quick, it's never good. Let's think about it. I just told you about quick money. It don't exist. It don't exist. You're going to get paranoid. And if it is a safe option, it's like credit cards. You know, shopping at using Wonga and those shit companies. Yeah, they put you in credit. And most people who try to get quick money that way end up in debt and in a shit situation. Have debt collectors and they end up on those TV shows. So nothing, look, I showed you, money don't come good when it comes quick, okay? Second thing, fast food. Anything called fast food is shit for you guys. You eat anything fast food, pizza, takeaway, they're nice, they taste nice. Don't get me wrong, I do indulge sometimes, but more time, they're not good for you. You eat fast food, you start clogging up your colons, you start having bare fat, bare oils. You start having too much of, fast food isn't good, okay? The world is showing you anything that comes to you quick is not good. Can anyone tell me if fried chicken is good for you? Is pizza actually good for you? Is having ice cream, having sweets, are they actually good for you? Don't get me wrong, guys. You got one life and you can indulge in whatever you want. I'm not going to stop you, but I think anyone who uses their logical sense, if you're part of infinite knowledge, if you're joining me on this journey, I'm gonna assume you have some intelligence or logic to you. Fast food's not good for you. Third thing, women. I'm a guy, so I'm gonna talk about women. There might be girls watching me, but any relationship where it's established too quickly, you guys don't have that spiritual connection. Like you just meet. Let's say you go to a club and you just meet a girl, and next thing you know, you're just with her. You're having fun. Can anyone tell me whether like what percentage of times that has actually worked out and that girl has turned out to be a good person for you? It's very rare. The best relationships are when you start off with friends and you get to know each other and you build things up slowly. You build up from the seed. You start off the seed, you just see each other occasionally. Then you start saying hi. Then you start asking more questions. Then you build up. You start to know each other. There's trust. Then you start to establish vulnerability. That's how things build up. When you just meet someone quickly, for instance, look at social media dating apps. People meet people so quickly, there's no work. They meet someone on social media app and next thing you know, they're having sexual intercourse. And you tell me whether most of that works most of the time. Most people on these dating apps don't even, are just on it for fun and banter, and they're not meeting people who are real, who are actually gonna develop a genuine connection. Why? Because they're not establishing the seed. As I said at the start of this thing, I didn't even set, guys, I just realized I wasn't recording the screen, so I don't know when I'm going to do that, but I might just leave this as a video. But guys, nothing good comes quickly. You meet a girl and you don't establish things quickly, the relationship doesn't really bang. It never, like, majority of the time, it don't bang when you meet someone quickly and you just hit it off. There has to be the seed. You have to build up the relationship. And finally, the fourth thing I'm going to say in the world which actually shows that nothing good comes quick is when you look at insects and biology. I learned this in my biology class here. You've got two types of animals. There's like, I can't remember the exact name, guys, but you got long-term animals such as elephants. They have more maternal instincts, that they want to look after their young. They want to raise up 1 or 2 children, just like how humans live. Like, you want to have a couple children and they want to invest in them thoroughly and properly. And then you have insects like spiders. And I don't know my insects, but I think they're called like fast. I'm bullshitting, guys, but basically they have a bunch of children. They have hundreds, 200s, and they have them in very quick succession. What happens to these insects? Most of them die straight away. Most of them get corned off straight away. The mother eats them or something, or the parents don't look after them. You can literally see it in life. Life shows you everything if you really look. Look at life. Nothing good ever comes quick. The fast food ain't good. The insects which reproduce quickly, most of them die off. But the ones where the animals take their time with the children and focus and nurture them, they're the ones who grow up and become big and strong, just like an elephant, guys. There's other animals, of course, but I think you guys get the gist of what I'm saying. The quick insects die off, most of them die off. Fourth slide. I think I should record this, but the fourth slide, guys, is that you must enjoy the process. Okay, when you start off with the seed, obviously you start off small. And as I said, people are seeing people flexing on social media. They're seeing people and they're getting jealous, or I guess they want that end result. What you have to realize is with the seed, if you want to get to the end result quicker, you have to forget about the end result. And truthfully, you have to enjoy the process. When you have the seed, it's not about seeing it become the tree and give you the fruits of your labor. What it's really about is just enjoying turning up every day to water the seed. That's what it is. If you turn up every day with consistency and water the seed, the outcome is inevitable, guys. That's why they tell you, that's why you see so many people say enjoy the process. You enjoy the process, then the outcome will be inevitable. It has to happen. But the problem is people start stuff. They start a business because they saw someone with a Lambo or with rich money, or someone told them, if you do this technique, you're going to make money quickly. They do it for a couple months using some shit method. It doesn't work and they give up. Why? Because they didn't enjoy the process. They saw the end goal and thought that was their only focus. That's not how life works. If you just focus on the end goal, guys, you're not gonna have motivation. It's hard to explain, but if you just focus on the end goal and you don't enjoy the actual process of doing the actions which are gonna get you there, it doesn't make sense. How are you gonna get to the end goal where you're obsessed with the end goal, but you're not obsessed with taking the actions and the process which is gonna get you to the end goal? It doesn't make sense if you don't enjoy the middle section. If you don't enjoy, let's say this is you here, this is your end goal. If you don't enjoy the connection taking you there, you're not going to reach the end goal. If you just focus on the end goal, you're not going to reach it. You have to enjoy the process. That's the connection between you, where you are, and where you want to be. You have to enjoy that process which is going to take you there. So that's truthfully what it is. And if you enjoy the process, it's easy to do the work. You do the work with ease. It's fun. You see it as a challenge. And that's one thing I watch this YouTube, and he said you got to see the process. What's his name? Joseph Rodriguez. Yeah, I watch him on. He's someone I used to watch as well. Like he talks about enjoying the process essentially, and that's the truth. You have to see it as play. You have to see it as a game, because, guys, the truth is it is a game. This is all a fucking game. Some people don't realize it. That's why you need to start meditating. This is why you need to trust me. That's why you need to trust me, guys. You can listen to other people, but I'm telling you real shit. This is a game, guys. And the problem is people are too bogged down in other shit. If you realize it's a game, you'll just chase your goals and you enjoy the process and you'll see it as play. You see it as fun. When I got good at football, in my example, when I got good at football, I never thought about the end goal. The moment I got good at football was when I stopped caring about the end goal and I started to play and have fun. I didn't care anymore about getting signed to academy. I just started playing. And that's when I started scoring better goals. That's when I started doing bare skills. That's when I started taking on players and I actually developed a good understanding of football. Because why? I stopped caring about the end goal. I enjoyed the process. I saw it as fun. And what people will realize is, as I said before, we're all the same. If we're all the same, then do you not think every activity is the same thing? I got good at football because I understood why, because I decided to just enjoy playing the game. It's the same thing with business. If you want to get good at business, making money, you just have to enjoy the process of making money. You have to enjoy the process of trying different marketing methods. You have to enjoy the process of trying to hire people and running a team. It's that simple, because when you enjoy it, you experiment, you'll get creative. And that's what life is about, guys. Enjoy the process, see it as play, have fun, be creative. That's what God is, or this universe, because that's what this all is. It's a creation. That's what they say. It's the universe, one song. It's a song, it's art of creation. So that's it, guys. I just told you about the seed. If you like that, then yeah, fuck with me, follow me. And that's it. And the final thing I'll say is, if you're into manifestation, if you're into envisioning, visualizing, some people don't believe it. If you don't believe it, that's your own problem. Like, you don't have to believe anything. But the key thing is, they tell you to visualize the end goal. But I just told you guys, it's what did I tell you? I said it's not about the end goal, it's about the process, okay? Manifestation keeps telling you to visualize the end goal. That is good. That's what you want to do when you start to give you motivation. But then you're smart. If you're here, you're smart. I told you, enjoy the process. So then if you're going to visualize and manifest, what do you think you should visualize and manifest?